Before making a decision that will affect you and the ministry that has been given to you, scope out the scene. You are the company that you keep. After you check the team, check yourself. Because something attracted you to that individual. We understand that relationships are formed by common differences. So if I didn't have anything in common with my wife, we would have never been together.
Wow. That's good. Yes.
View with your heart. Then this is what the Lord told me this morning. View with your heart and not your eyes.
Come on.
A lot of the times your eyes will deceive you.
Yes, God.
Your eyes will see what you wanted to see. Amen.
Amen.
Your eyes will betray you. Your eyes will tempt you. The Bible declares, and it was talking about adultery at this time, that it's better for a man to lose his eye than to burn in hell.
Come on.
There will be times when someone will pass the eye test. What do you do when it looks like a saint, sounds like a saint, and is a walking devil in the flesh? We have to allow God to pierce our hearts to be able to show us people as they truly are. They present themselves as sheep, but inwardly are what? Ravening wolves.
Come on, sir.
Check your team. The faculty could be equated to disciples as we have in this passage. They were all of a common faith, all of a common goal, and their goal was to push the message of Jesus Christ. But all of the disciples betrayed him at some point in time. Jesus said that surely before the rooster crows twice, you will deny me 3 times. This is one of the few times the Lord's trust was betrayed by his disciples at nighttime. So here Jesus Christ is at the most detrimental part of his life. The part where all hope is lost. Because after Jesus Christ had the Last Supper, he told the disciples that they would surely betray him. He went into prayer. And he said, wilt thou suffer with me to pray? And the disciples decided that. They said, I'm tired. We've been laboring all day. I'm tired. Or like Thanksgiving, we don't eat this good food now. Now I want to go sit down somewhere. I got the itis.
Come on.
You know you get sleepy when you...
Come on.
Yeah, you get sleepy. You have to be able to trust the individuals that are part of your team when the sun goes down. That they are going to be able to be entrusted with the task of standing guard against the wiles of the enemy. Jesus went, let me go to the scripture, 33 through 35. I got here a little bit. Peter answered and said unto him, through all men thou shalt offend thee because of thee, yet I will never be offended. This is Peter confessing his love to God. He said, I will never betray you. Jesus said unto him, verily I say unto you, that this night before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice, 3 times. Peter said unto him, though I should die with thee, yet I will not deny thee. Likewise also shall all the disciples. So Peter basically saying he was going to ride or die for God. It don't matter what happened. He said, I was willing to die for you, as well as the rest of the disciples, but we all know that's not the case. The individuals that are in your lives, they are, I hear, leeches. They just want to suck the life out of you. And then what happens once the leech is full and you're empty? They live on. They live on. But now you're dry and you can't even move so much. Check your team. Moving down to verse 36. Then cometh Jesus with them into a place called Gethsemane, and said unto the disciples, sit ye here while I go and pray yonder. There we go. And he took with him Peter and 2 sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. This because God knew what was about to take place. He knew somebody was going to sell him up the river. But yet and still, he was still loving, kind. He broke bread with them. He shared wine with this person that he knew was going to betray and backstab him.
Yes.
There's something to say about godliness. Everybody wants to be godly. Everybody wants to confess godliness. But when that individual comes across your face, there's something else to be said.
Come on.
He took with him Peter and the 2 sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. His heart was very heavy. Then he said unto them, my soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me. Giving instruction by the Messiah himself.
Come on.
And I'm going to park there for a little bit because we living in a space of disobedience.
Yes.
Yes.
God tells us to do something. And I heard maybe a couple weeks ago, somebody say, well, is that really you, God? Well, God, if that's you, give me a sign. Knowing that you know God told you to do. I do the same thing. I'm